what's going on. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. I would appreciate it. And I appreciate any comments too. If you want me to talk about any future videos of any topic in the future, let me know. You can email me or again, leave a comment below. And I want to talk about how I've been on semen retention. We're going to be going into the fourth month actually, and I thought it was only 3 months. And I only started that, I only know because I started that at the new year. So that's how I know, like right at the new year. And I plan to go for the rest of the year, if not the rest of my life. And I'm serious about that because I just have that mentality I've always had. And anyways, that's not really the point. I just wanted to say, like, yeah, I've been in this. I've also done it for 6 months separately on 2 different occasions, which pretty much my last records. Yeah, and I wanted to see stuff. Actually, it's the whole point of when I first got into semen retention. I wanted to experiment for myself, basically. And so I want to talk about flatlines because I thought this was a good topic that people talk about, because I have seen this before and people talk about it all the time, and I was just realizing, like, yeah, it's kind of a lie when people talk about this. Because first of all, I think people are too hooked on getting some type of thing, and they're trying to analyze things and connect things, and they're just stuck up in Maya, basically, which are the thoughts, which really don't matter what you think about it. Hold on a second. And the thing is, I was noticing that, yeah, the first, like, couple weeks ago, pretty much like the first 3 months or the third month, we could just say, there was a lot more attraction for the females, basically. And maybe I was just recognizing more coincidences when people were giving me respect, such as males, basically. Because that's definitely true. Like people will just be respecting me out of nowhere, and it's not. And the reason why I'm even making this video is because, like, I'm going on to my 4th month now, and it just hit me, like, I just thought about it, and that's why. And I thought it would make a great topic, like a great topic. And the thing is, it's just like, I've kind of like not even cared. Like, I stopped. It's not like I cared before, but I stopped like connecting the dots, and more so with like people were like respecting me, like guys, hey, saying what's up, or I need help, or just just them respecting you in whatever way. It's probably endless amounts. And just like, I don't really pay attention to that. And it's not necessarily that I was like counting on it before, you know what I mean? But I did notice that women were, maybe because I had sex at that period of time and retained. I'm not sure what was going on, because that can definitely spike. It can spike the attraction for sure. It definitely does. But then that comes with consequences, basically. I'm not going to get into that right now. I'll get into that to a different video, but specifically. And so you could say, like, it's not that I'm on a flat line now, it's that, I'm not connecting everything that's going on all the time. And back then, like, yeah, it might have been because of the sex, or it just might have been a height of that, a peak of the semen retention going on right then. Whereas now it's just like, it's not, people are saying it's a flat line, it don't feel like a flat line though. Just because a bunch of women aren't, I mean, they still are for sure. There's no doubt about it. But it's not like I'm out here connecting, oh, it's because of semen retention, she's looking at me. And it's like, oh, this guy gave me respect. Must be semen retention. Because you will see, like, blatantly, guys will just respect you randomly out of nowhere. people you see every day too. It's solid, it's for sure. But what's the big deal? It's cool to notice this stuff, but let's not become like addicted to this stuff and keep like counting on it basically and wanting it to happen all the time and like trying to analyze it. Just let it go. Cause and the main point of me making this video is there's not really like a flat line. It's not like I hear a bunch of people saying like it almost seems like they get depressed or like something didn't happen their way. In fact, like everything's pretty much been going up. Which is really cool. And there's not this flat line people are really talking about. I think it's being miscrooged, or I'm not sure the word I was looking for there, but I think that's it. It's definitely being misinterpreted, that's for sure. Because like I haven't even reached a flat line just because like I'm not recognizing all these things as they're happening, because it really doesn't matter. It just happens. And like there's not been like a super crazy amount, like my energy, everything's just steadily increasing and being like solid, you know what I mean, being reinforced. Whereas it's not like, oh, there's like a big dip in my energy or there's like a peak in my energy. It's not like that. So I think like the whole flatline thing is like, is really, really, really exaggerated basically. Because I've done this like multiple times now. And even looking back on the other times, it was pretty much the same thing. There's not been like, it's not even like a flat line, you know what I mean? Like you could say there was a flat line because maybe there was a peak, but I'm sure it's going to come again. Like, yeah, not everything's going to be like straight up. Maybe it's going to like just dip like a little bit, you know what I mean? But as long as if you're on the path, then you're always going up. That's for sure. It's not like you're taking like big dives deep, you know what I mean? If something critical happens, yeah, but that's very unlikely. So don't get caught up in these flat lines because they're not real. I just think a lot of people are stuck in their head and they're being way like miscrooged. Why do I want to say that word? But they're being over exaggerated for sure. Because and even then, like, it's still going on. Like, yeah, it might have been happening a little bit more, like, the heat of the moment, but there's so many other factors, too. But let's just say, just for the cause, like, yeah, like, a month ago, there was, like, a little bit of more attraction, maybe on females. But like I said, I was having sex at the time, too, or I did once or a couple times around then. It's not a big deal, you know what I mean? I don't see all the other stuff though, like aside from attraction and respect, I don't see like going on at all. Like I don't, like nothing's bad going on. So don't believe them and don't get caught up in that. Have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to email me about a topic, you can email me. Or whatever that you want to email me about, or you can post something in the comment below. Have a nice day.